Do native English speakers sound too fast? You know English words, you know English grammar, but when someone actually speaks, it feels like one long, confusing sentence. Why? Because your brain is listening the wrong way. Today, I'll show you 4 powerful listening techniques that thousands of English learners use to understand fast English naturally. And here's a challenge. After this video, you'll test yourself with a listening quiz to see how much you've improved. So don't skip any part, because every technique builds on the previous one. Let's begin. Hello, everyone, and welcome back to English Speaking Practice. I'm so happy you're here. If your dream is to speak English confidently and understand native speakers without subtitles, then you're in the right place. On this channel, we practice English together through speaking exercises, listening practice, quizzes, and easy learning techniques. If you're new here, don't forget to subscribe and turn on the notification bell so you never miss a lesson. Now let's start with our first listening technique. Technique number 1, listen for meaning, not every word. Before we learn the first technique, I want to ask you a very simple question. When you listen to English, do you try to understand every single word? Be honest. Most English learners do exactly that. They think, if I miss even one word, I won't understand the sentence. But this habit is actually stopping you from becoming a better listener. Let me explain. Imagine someone says, "Yesterday, I went to the supermarket because we needed some fresh vegetables for dinner." If your brain starts translating every word one by one, yesterday, I went to the supermarket because we needed. By the time you reach the middle of the sentence, the speaker has already finished talking. Your brain falls behind and suddenly you feel like native speakers talk too fast. But here's the secret. You don't need every word. You only need the important words that carry the meaning. Listen again. Yesterday, supermarket, needed, vegetables, dinner. Can you understand what happened? Of course. Someone went to the supermarket to buy vegetables for dinner. You didn't need every small word to understand the message. This is exactly how fluent English speakers listen. They don't focus on every single word. They focus on the meaning. So from today, stop asking yourself, did I understand every word? Instead, ask, did I understand the main idea? That one small change will completely transform your listening skills. Real life example. Imagine you're sitting in a cafe. The waiter comes to your table and says, "Would you like anything else with your coffee today?" At first, this sentence may sound fast, but don't panic. Just catch the important words, like anything else, coffee, today. Immediately, your brain understands. Oh, he's asking if I want something more with my coffee. See? You understood the meaning without translating every word. Let's try another example. A friend says, "I'm running a little late. I'll be there in 10 minutes. You catch? Running late, there, 10 minutes. That's enough to understand the message. Now let's practice together. Listening practice. I'm going to say 3 sentences. Your job is not to understand every word. Your job is only to catch the important words. Ready? Sentence number 1. My sister bought a beautiful dress for the wedding yesterday. What important words did you hear? The answer is, sister bought beautiful dress, wedding yesterday. Excellent. Sentence number 2. We're planning a family picnic near the lake this Sunday. Important words, planning, family picnic, lake, Sunday. Great job. Sentence number 3. The children were laughing because the puppy was playing in the garden. Important words. Children, laughing, puppy, playing, garden. Amazing! See? You don't need every word to understand what's happening. Mini quiz. Now let's test your understanding. Question. When you're listening to English, what should you focus on? A. Every single word. Or B. The important words and the overall meaning. I'll give you 5 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. If you chose B, congratulations. That's the correct answer. Now I have a question for you. When you watch English movies or YouTube videos, what's the hardest part for you? Is it A. Native speakers talk too fast? B. You know the words but can't understand the sentence? C. You understand English but can't remember it? Write your answer in the comments using only A, B, or C. I'll read your comments and create future lessons based on your biggest problem. And here's a small challenge for you. Before moving to the next technique, try listening to one short English sentence today and focus only on the meaning, not every single word. Then come back and tell me in the comments if this technique helped you. Now let's move to technique number 2, where you'll discover why native speakers connect words together and how you can understand them much more easily. Technique number 2, listen in chunks, not word by word. Now, you've learned that you don't need to understand every single word. But here's another secret. Even if you know all the words, you may still not understand native speakers. Do you know why? Because native speakers don't speak one word at a time. They speak in chunks. A chunk is simply a group of words that are spoken together. For example, look at this sentence. I'm going to watch a movie tonight. Many English learners hear it like this. I'm going to watch a movie tonight. But native speakers don't speak like that. They naturally say, I'm going to watch a movie tonight. Did you notice the difference? Your brain should learn to hear phrases instead of individual words. When you listen in chunks, English becomes much easier to understand. Let's try another example. Listen to this sentence. Can you help me with this problem? Instead of hearing 7 separate words, hear it like this. Can you help me with this problem? Now one more. I'd like a cup of coffee, please. Hear it like this. I'd like a cup of coffee, please. See how natural it sounds? That's exactly how native speakers think and speak. Now let's practice together. I'm going to read 3 sentences. Your job is to identify the chunks. Practice time. Sentence number 1. We're planning to visit our grandparents this weekend. The chunks are, we're planning to visit our grandparents this weekend. Great. Sentence number 2. She has been learning English for 2 years. The chunks are, she has been learning English for 2 years. Excellent. Sentence number 3. After finishing my homework, I watched a documentary. The chunks are, after finishing my homework, I watched a documentary. Amazing. Now here's a powerful tip. The next time you watch an English video, don't stop after every word. Instead, listen to one complete phrase. Repeat that phrase. Then move to the next one. This simple habit will train your brain to understand English naturally. Remember, fluent English is not built one word at a time. It's built one phrase at a time. Mini quiz. Let's check your understanding. Which is the better way to listen? A. One word at a time. B. Groups of words, also called chunks. Think carefully. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. The correct answer is B. Excellent. Now it's your turn. Question for you. When you listen to English, which type of content is the most difficult for you? A. Movies. B. YouTube videos. C. Podcasts. D. Conversations with native speakers. Write your answer in the comments using only A, B, C, or D. I read your comments, and they'll help me create videos that solve your biggest English problems. Now here's your challenge. Today, choose one short English video. Instead of listening word by word, listen in chunks. Then come back and tell me in the comments, did you notice any difference? Now let's move to the third technique. Technique number 3. Use the shadow listening method. Now you've learned 2 powerful techniques. First, listen for the meaning. Second, listen in chunks. But if you really want to understand fast English, you need to train your ears every single day. And the best way to do that is the shadow listening method. What is shadow listening? It's very simple. You listen to a native speaker and repeat exactly what you hear, almost at the same time. Don't worry if your pronunciation isn't perfect. The goal isn't to sound perfect. The goal is to train your ears and your brain to work together. Let's try it. Listen to this sentence. I really enjoy learning English every day. Now repeat it immediately after me. I really enjoy learning English every day. Excellent. Here's another one. Practice makes progress, not perfection. Repeat it. Practice makes progress, not perfection. Very good. Now let's make it a little more challenging. Listen carefully. The more you listen, the easier English becomes. Now say it aloud. The more you listen, the easier English becomes. Fantastic. Did you notice something? When you repeat immediately after hearing the sentence, your brain starts recognizing pronunciation, rhythm, and natural speaking patterns. That's why this method is used by many successful English learners. Here's another important tip. Don't practice for 1 hour once a week. Practice for just 10 to 15 minutes every day. A little practice every day is much more effective than one long study session. Remember, consistency always beats intensity. Now imagine doing this every day for 1 month. Your ears will become faster, your pronunciation will improve, and understanding native speakers will feel much easier. Mini quiz. Let's see if you remember today's lesson. What is the shadow listening method? A. Listening without speaking. B. Listening and repeating immediately after the speaker. Take a moment to think. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. The correct answer is B. Excellent work. Question for you. Be honest. Have you ever tried repeating English sentences out loud? A. Yes, every day. B. Sometimes. C. Never. Write your answer in the comments using A, B, or C. And here's today's challenge. Choose one English sentence after this video. Repeat it 5 times without looking at the subtitles. Then tell me in the comments, did it feel easier after the 5th repetition? I can't wait to read your answers. Now let's move to our 4th and final technique, where you'll learn one simple habit that can dramatically improve your listening skills every single day, even if you only have 10 minutes to practice. Technique number 4, active listening. Stop being a passive listener. Now we've reached the final technique. And personally, I believe this is the most powerful technique in today's video, because this is the difference between people who watch English videos for years but never improve, and people who become confident English speakers within months. The technique is called active listening. But what exactly does that mean? Let's understand it with a simple example. Imagine 2 students, Ali and Sarah. Every day, both of them watch the same 10-minute English video. After 1 month, Ali says, I've watched more than 300 minutes of English videos, but I still don't understand native speakers. Sarah says, I can understand much more English now, and speaking feels easier. Now you might wonder, how is that possible if both watched the same videos? The answer is simple. Ali was watching English. Sarah was actively listening to English. There is a huge difference. When Ali watched the video, he simply sat back and let the video play. Sometimes he checked his phone, sometimes he looked at the comments, sometimes his mind was somewhere else. His ears heard English, but his brain wasn't learning. Now let's see what Sarah did differently. First, she listened to one short sentence very carefully. Then she asked herself, what did I understand? She didn't worry about the words she missed. She focused on the message. Then she listened to the same sentence again. This time she noticed 1 or 2 new words. Next, she repeated the sentence aloud, not because she wanted to memorize it, but because repeating helps your brain connect listening with speaking. Finally, she imagined herself using that sentence in real life. For example, if the sentence was, could you help me please? She imagined asking a shopkeeper, a teacher, or even a friend. Now that sentence became part of her English. Do you see the difference? One student only watched, the other student interacted with the language. And that's why she improved. Here's something many English learners don't realize. Your brain doesn't learn English just because your ears hear it. Your brain learns English when it pays attention. Thinks about the meaning, repeats it, and uses it. That's active listening. Now let me give you a simple 10-minute daily routine. If you follow this every day for just 1 month, you'll notice a real difference. Minute 1 to 2. Listen to a short English clip without subtitles. Don't panic if you don't understand everything. Just try to catch the main idea. Minute 3 to 4, listen again. This time, notice words or phrases you recognize. Minute 5 to 6, repeat the sentences aloud exactly as you hear them. Minute 7 to 8, think about the meaning. Ask yourself, what is the speaker trying to say? Minute 9 to 10, use one new sentence in your own example. That's it. Only 10 minutes. Not 1 hour. Not 3 hours. Just 10 focused minutes every day. Remember this. It's not about how long you study. It's about how deeply you pay attention while studying. Small daily improvements become big results over time. If you practice like this every day, one day you'll watch an English movie, and suddenly you'll realize, wait, I actually understood that sentence without subtitles. And trust me, that feeling is one of the most rewarding moments in learning English. Final quiz. Let's see how much you've learned from today's lesson. Question 1. What should you focus on while listening? A. Every single word. B. The main meaning. Question 2. How do native speakers usually speak? A. One word at a time. B. In chunks or phrases. Question 3. What is the shadow listening method? A. Listening silently. B. Listening and repeating immediately. Question 4. What is active listening? A. Playing English videos in the background while doing other work. B. Paying attention, thinking about the meaning, repeating the sentence, and using it in real life. If your answers were B, 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 and B, congratulations! You're already thinking like a smart English learner. Now I have one final challenge for you. Which of these 4 techniques are you going to start using today? Listen for meaning. Listen in chunks. Shadow listening. Active listening. Write your answer in the comments using 1, 2, 3, or 4. And if you've watched this video until the end, write the word listen in the comments. That way, I'll know you're serious about improving your English, and I'll personally reply to as many comments as I can. Remember, fluent English isn't built in one day. It's built one focused practice session at a time. Keep listening, keep practicing, keep believing in yourself. I'll see you in the next lesson. Until then, happy learning and have a wonderful day.